Hello, welcome back to Three Talking Rabbits. This is Gail, and today I'm going to make a tutorial about how to make spider eyes, because I went online last night for my son's spider costume and looked up how to make spider eyes. And you know, I got Google results for how to make your eyes look like spiders via makeup, and I also got Spider-Man, and that was super fun. Anyway, so I'm going to make spider eyes out of polymer clay. And spiders have 8 eyes in varying sizes and arrangements. And so what I did was I took some gray Sculpy Clay and some white Sculpy Clay and kind of marbled them together a little bit. And then I found some forms. And this is the one I ended up using because it's got this nice round inside. This one was too flat. It didn't turn out. And then I used this side of the plastic egg. And for the last one, I'm going to use this little Lego thing. Now, polymer clay and plastic don't generally mix very well, so I'm going to have to wash this real good with soap afterwards, otherwise it will slowly turn to goo. And take about a reasonable amount of both of these, and we're going to mash them together. And you don't want a perfect mix, you want them nice and marbled. Alright, so that actually looks pretty good on either side. So I'm going to break this in half, approximately. And then I'm going to start flattening it into a disc. I want to really pay attention to those edges and make sure that those edges aren't cracking on me. And then, we'll check that side. That side looks good. I'd almost rather have this side, but it seems to be bending this way. Then we're going to start to shape it so that it doesn't crack when it goes in that mold. And this is just like a little pinch pot kind of deal. That looks about right to me. It might be a little bit big. Yeah, it's a little bit big, but that's okay. So then we're going to kind of stuff it in here a little bit. And the main thing is you don't want to push too hard, because you don't want it to seal itself in there, and it will. You can use a little bit of cornstarch on it to stop it from doing that. And then peel it out. It doesn't really matter all that much if the outside of it isn't perfect. Now see right here we've got some cracking right there. So you can just kind of smooth that with your fingers. And that actually looks pretty good. And I'm going to pop these in the oven, and we'll be back with painting. Okay, we're back. It's later in the day. I had a bunch of stuff we had to do, and I put tin foil underneath these guys to stop them from collapsing. I think there's just 2 that have tin foil left. Yep, there we go. So just these little tin foil pads. I don't think they would have needed it, but I did it anyway. So now I have green, silver, a couple different gold, copper colors to paint the spider eyes with, hopefully. And I am just going to sort of randomly start slapping colors on here. And I just want these things to be sparkly, basically. Okay, so now I think they're dry enough. We'll do the last 2 colors. That one's kind of crazy. That's okay. Alright, here comes the green. I'm hoping that this ends up looking a lot like the spider and not just some weird hot mess. You can see that this does not take much artistic skill here. So it should not be a terrifying prospect for anybody. Okay, I'll let it dry and I'll do some pickup touch-ups on it. Okay, so these are the finished spider eyes. They've got copper, gold, silver, and metallic green. And I'm hoping that they change in the light enough to be ever so slightly creepy. Alright, so it's a couple days from Halloween, and I need to finish up my son's spider costume. Halloween is probably going to be a complete washout, literally. Ha ha ha. And we're waiting on results from a COVID test. So we may or may not be going trick-or-treating, either way. So he needs a crown, similar to this, to hang his Spidey eyes on. And these are kind of heavy, so I'm going to have to do like a 2-layer thing, like what this is, only double twist, and then I'll put scaffolding around it so that it actually stands up and we have something to glue to. Okay, so I've got 2 wire crown pieces together that are approximately the same size. I'm not terribly worried about things poking out and whatever because it's getting wrapped in fun fur there, but so the next thing I need to do is put them at the right distance apart, and I think I'm going to try and have them do something like this. Okay, so what I did was I measured the eyeballs, or the height of the eyeballs, and I just cut a spacer, like a cardboard spacer, and I've just got it blue taped in so that that sits approximately. And I'm going to take my floral wire and make little lacy doos all around it so that it's nice and stable and not skewing to the side. Okay, what I ended up doing was cutting the cardboard to fit the shape, and I just slid it between the wires. And it didn't hardly add any weight to it at all, and because the cardboard you can crease it along the corrugations, it made it fit really nice. They should, in theory, all fit around the edges. We're going to find out. So I'll start with my hot glue on the big guys. Ouch, 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 ouch. I am not the queen of the glue gun. I'm hoping that this thing isn't too heavy for him. But, ow, that is very hot. You came here to watch me burn myself, right? Pull spider silk off of spider eyes. Ouch. That's hot. The inspiration spider had these little tufts of hair poking up, and so now I'm going to try and glue some little on here without killing my hands. Ouch. You came here to watch me burn myself, right? Okay, that should hopefully be a better lighting, and you can actually see what's happening rather than having it backlit like crazy. So quite a few years ago, we went on a homeschool trip, and we picked up this alpaca fluff that's like super short. And I knew it was super short when I picked it up, and that's fine. It's what I wanted. Just for crafting. And she said, "Are you sure you want it? Because it's super short." And I was like, yes, I want it. Because I wanted it exactly for things like this, where I wouldn't be tempted to spin it. Or like to keep it for good, you know what I mean? So this is looking wild and hairy, and maybe a little weird, and that's okay. Yours truly is slowly learning not to burn herself. Maybe. Hello. So, through the magic of video editing, this is going to appear to be the same day, but it's actually a week after Halloween. My family has had a lovely bout of RSV. I do not recommend. So, we didn't get to go trick-or-treating because we were all very, very sick. But we were relieved to receive negative COVID tests. Unfortunately, yeah, it's been a ride. I have no voice. Hopefully it's enough that you can hear me. But the spider costume was a huge hit, and the spider crown is awesome. And my son and I both love it. So my video cut out on me, and you didn't get to see me glue the fabric on, but what I did was I cut it 2 rectangular strips, and I cut them in half right here, so there's a seam. And then I cut out the eyeballs as these little holes, okay? And then I hot glued them on there. And then I turned it around this way and I hot glued them on here. The little tufts don't stand up all that well because my son keeps setting it down upside down. But it is what it is. We had fun at home. The video clip also cut out on me when I was recording him trick-or-treating. He does say trick-or-treat at the end, but you don't get to hear it. So I'll play that little clip at the very end. But this is the spider crown, and we are both very, very happy with it. It is heavy, and it doesn't stay on his head very well, but that's also okay, because it's just for fun. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe for more homeschool adventures, wacky crafts, really wacky crafts, and occasionally cute animals. So I will be back next time with a different video. Who knows what it'll be. Until then, you have a great day. Stay well. If you get sick, wear a mask. Stay home. Don't spread your germs around to other people. We don't enjoy it. Alright. Bye-bye.
Oh, okay. This. That.
I was gonna.
Some of those.
Okay.
There you go.
You gotta say thank you.
Thank you.
All